quarterfinal week in the state, and we have some giant opponents.
Yeah. Giant Catholic opponents.
Yes. First of all, the 13-time champion Hilltoppers of Joliet Catholic, Tom Thayer, Mike Allstott.
Mike Goolsby. Former Ram for a minute. I knew that's it, though. The NFL.
And people like that. Rudy. Washington goes up there Friday. Plays at St. Francis College.
Yeah, it's a Park District stadium up there in Joliet, 52 and 55. Nice 8,000 seat stadium or so. I mean, just pretty standard.
It's basically that version of Peoria Stadium.
Yeah.
Any chance for Washington?
I don't know. Turnovers would be the only one, I think. I mean, these teams play equally. I just don't think they're on the same level.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to throw out a score here, a 35-21 type of thing, 35-14, 28-14. I mean, Joliet doesn't really seem like the type. I don't think they put the pedal down. I don't think they can do that.
Yeah.
They had the ball for like 38 minutes last week. If they do it this week, obviously they're going to win. I mean,
yeah, they went down to Cahokia, a team we know to be really good, and won 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that was 35-14.
Yeah, but they kept it. I think it was a 1 touchdown game for most of it, and then it's just they wear you down, and they just don't make mistakes, and they continue to double wing, come at you.
Double handoffs, all that fun
stuff. So we're thinking the Brown moves on.
Yeah.
To Illini West, real good little set. The quarterfinal, we talk about Illini West, they're going to win by so much every week.
Yeah.
Now they got a 10-0, and they have a power opponent next week if they get
Exactly. This is the northern bracket I think is going to produce the state champion. So these next 2 weeks are going to determine who the state champion is. I just don't see anybody coming out of the South to really give whoever comes out of this northern bracket a run.
It's very similar to the 5A thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we have any idea if Wilmington has a defense to deal with this wing T?
I don't think so. And I question the strength of schedule a little bit in that there's the best teams they faced are 6-4 now. I mean, there's not a powerhouse, but then again, the I-8 is always a fairly strong conference and pretty deep. So you just don't know what you're going to get. They're a running team. It's almost like Illini West semifinal against Oregon last year, where it was basically identical
left
schemes.
In the first quarter now.
Yeah.
They've already ticked off 10.
Exactly.
11 minutes.
So, you got Court Shield and Jeremy Bailey, who've combined to run for 1,900 yards and 33 touchdowns for Wilmington. So, it's going to be almost identical. But if Illini West can shake 2 of those 4 kids loose out of Schmudlock and Lafferty and Flynn and Whitaker, then it's going to be. I think Illini West comes out on top in this one.
How does Griffin at Richwoods work?
Similar to the JCA thing, I think, in that Richwoods is going to have to be ball control and have to not turn it over, and have to be pretty close to perfect to even be in this game. That being said, this SHG team is not your older brother's SSG team, so to speak.
That's why I was kind of thinking Richwoods, they don't strike me as that aura invincibility around them.
No, they're run first. They're 3-1 the run.
Wow.
But when they throw, they do it very well. Like the quarterback is some absurd, like 110 for 150 passing, which is nuts. For 20 touchdowns and 1 pick or something. And they're very similar to Washington actually. They want to run first, but if you stop them,
they'll throw it.
They'll throw it on you. And they're always well coached, and they're deep, and they're big. And Richwoods, again, like I said, guys are pretty close to perfect. They're at home, which always helps. But last year they went down to SHG in the second round and held the ball for 30-plus minutes, 35. Richwoods did, and still lost by 3 touchdowns because they gave up a kickoff return and they gave up a fumble return.
You're not thinking NFL time? 35 out of 48?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Because they had a kickoff return and a couple one-play drives and a fumble return, and that's it. I mean, they can't. If they give up touchdowns on defense and special teams to SHG, they lose.
Metamora goes down south this week to Breeze Mater Dei, a school that's good in really all sports. Their name comes up all the time.
Yeah.
How is this team? You indicate they have a lot of offense.
Yeah, they pass quite a bit. Tyler Detmer, quarterback, and the receivers are big.
Ty Detmer, you heard that.
They got a 6'7" receiver. 6'7" receiver, a 6'4" receiver, And Metamora has shown kind of to be susceptible to the pass this year. Even in the past, even their best teams were. So I see Breeze scoring some points, but at the same time, they don't play the level of competition that Metamora does. They're a 4A school that has 500 or so kids, so they're essentially a big 3A.
Yeah.
Their schedule actually, they're an independent, so they do play some bigger schools. And they have seen schools the size of Metamora, but not necessarily week to week. I see a lot of points being scored. Metamora scoring quite a few more in the 50s to maybe to the 20s or 30s.
Metamora, what do you say?
Big, 55-28.
Yeah, I was going to go same lines, 56-28, 56-35, something like that.
And we've picked the Catholics in the 2 other big games.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm saying SHG 35-14, something like that, in that range.
Yeah, I'll go with SHG by 2 touchdowns.
This fun little Anawan team
It is a fun little Anawan team.
is back home to play this very fun Gibson City Mountain team that just crushed somebody.
Crushed Toledo.
Slashes and hyphens again.
Yeah, it is. Really bombarded a pretty decent Mercer County club. And
I don't know.
Didn't you see them live at DMAC?
I did, and that kind of surprised me that their defense was able to do that. I mean, this is a team I saw get into a 51-38 shootout with DMAC.
DMAC, yeah.
And DMAC put some points up, don't get me wrong, but DMAC was also 5-4. And now the scoring is a little misleading there from last week. Those were 3 defensive touchdowns. I think they just laid back and let Aledo pass, and that's, they picked off 3 balls and were able to return them for scores. So, I don't think Anawan Wethersfield is quite as undisciplined, and I don't know how well they'll defend the run. They had a lot of trouble defending the run against DMAC. So, if Anawan can get
You're coming around to Anawan, aren't you?
I am coming. It was just fun. They were a fun little team, with the Long kid, Nathan Long, and Sean Walker. They can do some things. So,
you gonna go so far as to pick A-Dub?
I think I am going to pick A-Dub.
A-Dub. The root beers. What do you know about it?
That should have been the mascot.
Nothing about it.
Lexington at United. This is United's 3rd straight against the HOI.
Yeah.
Now they get the champ.
Yep. In fact, I think this qualifies United for the HOI championship if they win. Obviously, the big story here is Lexington tailback TJ Stindy. This kid has run for 2,600 yards and 39 scores already.
Cool.
Literally, he's 463 yards away from breaking the state record.
So we're playing Ty Detmer and Emmett Smith this week? Okay.
And you would think, it would just be a matter of try to stop him, but, and it's really only been him all through the playoffs, too. I mean, I think they've scored 6 or 7 touchdowns in the playoffs. He's got 6 of them. So even with teams just
and his
all out
touchdowns,
focused on him.
that's approaching a record, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I got to look that up.
John Durgo, I think, has that one.
Yeah.
It's in the 40s.
Yeah.
So
that's because if you have 2,600 yards and 40 TDs, your line is ridiculous.
Oh,
yeah.
So who cares if you think you're concentrating on it?
Yeah.
You can't get through the brick wall that...
Yeah, that's true.
So Lexington going to get through this?
I think so. United has played 2 real close games, and I think their luck kind of runs out here.
And if United wins, it'll be 22-21, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every week.
It'll be a 1-pointer.
And South Fulton, are they going to have to do a backup quarterback when they go to Tuscola?
Yeah. Dave Wilson, the South Fulton coach, was really, he said it's not good for Dylan Westlake. I don't think he's going to be able to go. That means they turn to Chase Bear, and they kind of lose that balance they've had all year. I mean, they were nearly 50-50 run-pass, which made them really hard to defend, but I think you're going to see them have to go strictly run, and that means a bigger workload for Tyler Perry and Clinton Hammond.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we're going to have a Heath Slocum play. Can they run that well?
They ran all right last week. He was really pleased with the way the Hammond kid kind of stepped up and ran hard. Against a team like Tuscola, though, one of the traditional state powers, I think it's going to be rough sledding.
We will be back to talk semis, and we'll have somebody live for the final 2. We're not going to get wiped out, so we will have a couple more of these, and we thank you for joining us. Check out, we're going to go Friday paper mostly on the preview, all the capsules. Wes will even direct you to the stadium, or both these guys will a little bit if you're going out of town, and thanks. That's it. Bye-bye.